I said, oh, I can video like this. What is going on YouTube? SJ back again with some more DD2, and today we are on my main build DPS Apprentice. Now, let's hop in this spheres. I built mostly around ability power, and hero damage is pretty good, but I find ability power more rewarding, and only reason why is because Tornado and Arcane Volley, as you see, 8 seconds and 3 seconds. So the cooldown is not that long. Your longest cooldown is your mana bomb, 115k, as you see there. Mana bomb that hits for 115k. I love it. The only thing with mana bomb, I feel like it has to be a little bit faster with the charge rate. But let's go into the build. This is the build right here. We got hero damage, crit chance, and these change a lot. From, it could be all marked targets, it could be just mana getting mana back, or it can even be cooldown, but that only drops your arcane volley about 1 second, and I don't find it that worth it. But and I run oil. Only reason I run oil is because my weapon does fire damage, and when it actually procs off itself. And I do have the sphere for the Uber. Let's show you the Uber sphere actually too. So as you see the 18k in there. It's there, but it only hits a couple of enemies. Like, I don't really dig it. I mean, I find the regular tornado to be a lot better, but I do have the Uber. I find regular tornado hits multiple targets, in the air, and it just hits better, more DPS. Actually, it's the same DPS, but it hits more people. So maybe if they give it another buff, the tornado hits a little harder, then maybe I'll use it. But I find regular tornado to be more rewarding. Now I run oil because my weapon has a 5% chance on hit to burn target and cause burn damage for 4 seconds. But if they're oiled, the fire damage is already going to proc, and it's going to proc off of my hero damage. So the fire damage can come from actually the 5%, or it can just come from the oil chance once they're oiled. So I actually have a 15% chance of igniting an enemy if you think about it, with the 5% from the weapon and the 10% if they get oiled. So there's a lot of chances to set an enemy on fire. This is really good. This hero is really good for the physical resist lanes, so you can do magic damage, and I found the Huntress is good for magic resist lanes in Nightmare 4. But there's the weapon, hero damage 592. We just got ability power on the helmet, best one I've found so far. We got some hero damage ability power, no crit chance, hero crit chance on the bottom of this, so that's not that good. No crit chance on this either, but that's what I find. It's what I'm finding. Got a little bit of crit chance on here, hero damage, and ability power. And I got a lot of interchangeable rings. I have this one that I got from Nightmare 4, and I actually do have another ring, and that's a legendary ring. But I throw it in there, 18% tornado duration. So let's show you that one. So show you that my tornado can hit even harder and do a lot more DPS. So see, as you see there, it hits a lot longer, but it does less damage. But in the long run, you get your hero crit chances in there when you're regularly playing. I hope they add crit chance to the dummies in the tavern, so you can actually see really what your DPS is with crit chance enabled and so forth. We do have the monthly pet. I don't like how his name shows up blue there, but when I go here, he is legendary, but it shows up blue over there. But fires an anonymous bolt at an enemy and creates a maelstrom of despair. So that's pretty much what this is, and it does damage 400 each hit, and it hits hard. But that being said, it's still not as good as my DPS pet, which I have on my Disco Inferno, and I actually do have another one. It actually rolled on my Jade Dragon. So, and this one hits even. See, that one's even better. It's doing 895. So I still would say this is your build to go to, or your pet to go to, I should say. and so forth. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Ability power build, mainly around Arcane Volley and Tornado. That's where most of my damage comes from, and if I can ignite the enemy. And if a couple of enemies come too close, I can usually get a mana bomb off, but you gotta time it right. You gotta time it so like right when they get close enough to attack you, get your mana bomb off, and then you can back out of attack range from your enemies. Because on Nightmare 4, one hit, pretty much one hit, and you need 4 DPS heroes, I feel like, for Nightmare 4. If not 4, you need at least 2 people to have a DPS or a tank or a good build. But this build's pretty good. It does a lot more DPS actually in game when I go with my crit chance and so forth. But regular, you really want to do Arcane Volley because you can get it off about every 4 to 5 seconds, depending on your spheres. Fire trucks just went past, so it's dependent on what you want to run. Do you want to be able to get your Arcane Volleys off fast, but then you run the risk of running out of blue mana, or you can split it up like I do. I got my marked targets and I have a little bit of mana coming back, or you can go cooldown, full cooldown. It'll drop your things a couple of seconds, but I would recommend the oil. I was gonna try the chill, which is right here, 10% chance to chill, but I find 10% chance to oil better with my weapon because it ties in together with the ignite feature. But that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Let me put my purple ring back on. That is the one I'm using at the moment. And I got straight ability power on this. I really didn't put hero damage on it. Maybe if I put hero damage on it, it'll help me to that next level. But I find out just ability power because the burn hits hard. My Arcane Volley hits for about 30k, I do believe. Let me see. I hate that sometimes. Alright, so he's attacking the Arcane Volley. 38k, so that's a pretty good Arcane Volley for really just getting into DPS on my main character. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. A lot more builds coming. I'm gonna go through all my heroes. That video is still coming. I know you guys asked for that like 7 days ago, but it's coming. I'm still leveling up, but I got what, 650s, a 31 and a 25, and I'm probably gonna buy more slots and create another hero. Depending on what they do with the hero deck, you never know. They said they're thinking about bringing it to 8 or 16. We don't know yet, but with the increased difficulties, you're going to need more than 4 heroes, of course, with a new incursion coming October 27th. But you guys should know all this news and definitely start checking out the dev streams. That's where I get a lot of my information from, the dev streams. Every Friday, 5 o'clock, Twitch, Trendy Entertainment, Trendy ENT is the link. And I actually drop a link to their Twitch in my description box of this video too. But hopefully you guys did enjoy. This is your boy SJ, and I'm out. Later.